It's kind of difficult to comment on something that's because it's this brief. There's not that much going on. I enjoy that we did get more of the Japanese guy rapping. And once again, like I'm watching this. I should go and make the short of it where it's the dude from the B-52s on screen just doing his whole thing. Welcome, everyone, to episode number 3 of Recovering Hipster Reactions. Welcome, everyone, to episode number 3 of Recovering Hipster Reviews. I am Nikki P, your host, and today's reaction is from a friend of mine, Luke Tatum, at the Right Man, Wrong Place YouTube channel. This is a reaction he did, and I didn't watch his reaction because I thought, hey, this sounds like something that I'll be able to do myself, and would like to give my own reaction. I've listened to way too much music in my life, so having a normal reaction channel is kind of impossible because it's very rare that someone sends me something I haven't heard of. Notable exceptions being when it's from foreign countries, or it's video games, or Christian music. So, we've been Japanese video game and Christian music heavy here in the beginning. But today's episode, we're going to be looking at Metaphor ReFantazio battle theme. It is from the Metaphor ReFantazio original soundtrack from 2024. The song doesn't feature anybody, but let's look at my notes for the actual game, because once again, I'm not a video game person. So we've got Metaphor ReFantazio is a 2024 role-playing video game developed by Studio Zero and published by Atlus in Japan and Sega worldwide. The game is set in a medieval fantasy realm, the United Kingdom of Euchronia, after the assassination of its former king. The protagonist is Will, an orphaned boy of the magic-wielding Elda tribe, who participates in the royal tournament held to decide the throne's successor across Euchronia to rally support from its people while searching for a way to lift a curse on its prince. Sounds like a pretty complicated video game, like things are going on. I do like RPGs. Maybe someone's got a playthrough I can watch. That would be fun. But without further ado, let's get into the actual reaction. So the first thing I notice is it reminds me of those big stabs in the beginning. Remind me of like what the opening music to like a football game used to sound, or like if you're watching the NFL, they're trying to make it all this big, impressive, your battle is going on. I think I was watching somewhere where someone was complaining about the battle theme to this because they complained, when everything's too epic, like nothing interesting is happening, because it's like when every battle feels like a boss battle, what's the point? And the idea struck me as a bit silly because, I think when you're in a fight, every fight feels like this is the last fight, or every fight is at least potentially the last fight. You could die at any minute. You could be doing great, trip on a rock, stab yourself in the chest, and then you're done. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with every fight feeling pretty epic. I would actually almost say most fights should feel pretty epic. And, you almost want to be able to fade into the silence in a big battle. You want to be able to kind of find your peace when it really matters. It's okay to maybe get a little excited on a weaker enemy, but when you're in those real difficult places, maybe you need. I think I mentioned the idea of a suck out in musical production terms last episode, but the idea of almost you want to suck back to like it's just you and the enemy in this silence, this quiet. And see, to me, I'd almost like to hear less. I want us to be able to focus on what's at hand. Like, let's be honest, you should be excited the whole game, not just on the big fights. I know we're about to hit another big epic moment, but I know it's in Japanese, and that's, or maybe it's Japanese, I don't know, it could be Chinese, I don't really know all these languages that well. I can usually pick them out okay, but this idea of this like Asian dude rapping, but like the timbre and the way he raps reminds me of the dude from the B-52s. And it's hard for me to take something like super serious. It just kind of feels like so silly. And maybe it's like that guy was trying to feel more, I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely entertaining to me. We're almost halfway through the song, which is its own kind of interesting thing. You know, I'm sure this is probably meant to be played on a loop in the game, or maybe it's just designed to be a really quick battle. But let's keep going. I felt like we're gonna get a big sting and something coming up, right? All right, so we just dropped back down after this big orchestral, like big choir, and real nice brass section. And what's fun is that they said this is based in Britain, the United Kingdom, whatever, and that particular melody and like the use of the horn, it's I don't know what the look of this game is. I've got this one image that I'm going off, and it's a very interesting and entertaining image, but it gives me kind of like an almost classic Old West feel, like crossing the desert and you're finally running across the horse rustlers that you're after, and the crap's gonna hit the fan, as they say. The battle is upon us. So I don't know if that's kind of like the place that this takes in the game, but that's definitely what I'm feeling. And like I said, it's interesting that game being from Japan here, I'm thinking of like Mexican Southwest themes. So let's keep going and get through this last 45 seconds. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say like that video games don't have wonderfully crafted music, because they do. And I think it's even more impressive in some ways that like these are usually designed to be loops, and they're designed to play over different sections, fade in, fade out, and be used more than once. So there's definitely at least certainly from a production angle, a difficulty that you don't have to deal when you're just crafting something that, boom, it goes out exactly as it is. When it's over, it's over. I definitely would be interested in once again in seeing this game It does look like fun. I'm not a big game player. I have too many hobbies that take up too much time to do that. I once lost 2 weeks of my life to Civilization 3, so I gave it back to my roommate and said, I think I'm good just making music and not playing these here video games. It was a difficult time in life. No girls when you're playing that much video games, and who wants that? So, yeah, I don't. It's kind of difficult to comment on something that's because it's this brief. There's not that much going on. I enjoy that we did get more of the Japanese guy rapping. And once again, like I'm watching this. I should go and make the short of it where it's the dude from the B-52s on screen just doing his whole thing. No rock Robster here, but ultimately it was a fun piece of music for the less than 2 minutes of the music that there were. I guess if you like to hear folks, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends, people that like reactions. One of the reasons I did this is because I'm a big fan of music reaction channels myself. I like watching people, who have different backgrounds than me approach the same kinds of things I love. And, I wanted to kind of add my voice to that part of the world that's out there doing that. For some reason you feel like you want to help donate, you can go to Buy Me a Coffee. All the links are in the notes. If you want to suggest a song that you'd like to see yourself, you can also fill out my form and take it easy, folks.